see a lot of really close rounds right down to the defuse wire. Then, there's peaks coming in, very important moments coming in, and really decide this. And I think that's what we've got to expect heading into Inferno. It comes down to just one final map, and it comes down to all the small increments that can deliver success. One of them being a knife round.
Indeed. Oh yeah, knife round, final map. This is the first time all day, and actually all tournament long, because it is day one, that we're going to be seeing a map going all the way, a match going all the way to map number 3. You know what? All things being said, we've seen a lot of some messy rounds. We've seen some weird stuff, some weird decisions being made, some lack of variation and whatnot. And I can keep going on and on here. But let's talk about something positive. I love the HUAT ZAI logo.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, I often link those with China. But this team are not from China, so
it's like, oh, what's the thing called again? Hello Kitty?
Yeah, well, no. Hello Kitty's the actual brand. I think these are just like the lucky waving cats.
Ah, okay. I'm pretty terrible when it comes to cultures. I'm a pretty uncultured swine, Denko. So thankfully, I have you, and not Mitch and Tom, to help me out with things like this. But it is going to be the knife round won by HUAT ZAI, and they're going to be starting on the CD side now. Big surprises there. A little bit of a team goosh, I believe that was. As PP Owners finds Bobo, Sora and Neff desperate to get the trade, and he will. Gets a frag, takes a bit of damage though, but Spielt is getting pressured. This B bomb side, he's gonna find one. That was a low player, but Niffy, immediate trade back, and Splash gets smoked off, nothing he can do. So the bomb's gonna get planted. So it's 3v3. For the CTs, no utility, but they do have a kit to work with.
Rolex on the coffins, gets one. Reality stepping up and reply on the Glock, and now it's just Ronin, the last remaining player into 1 versus 3. He moved forward, damage done, but not enough to find too much success. And with 3 players just shrouded away inside of the bomb site, it's going to be very difficult for Ronin to get anything done here. They peek into the open. Reality takes him down. At least he gets 1 kill. But ZIGMA with the pistol pickup, and they desperately need that coming into things.
Also, well played post plan as well. Not overextending the 1v3, forcing good old Ronin, because Ronin, gotta say, like I said, he was MVP of the previous map. He shows that he's got the chops to hang with some of the big boys of SCA Counter-Strike. And Spielt, unfortunately, this time around, was not good enough to shut it down. Just gets to 1 kill in the low player. Apart from that, it was ZIGMA all the way. Double kill for Reality. Jesus. There's going to be, of course, the force coming in for the side of HUAT ZAI. It's going to be Neff with the scout. Lucky to be alive there. And of course, we have a number of deeks being purchased by everyone else on his side. Oh! Ouch! Sit down, son. That's gotta hurt.
On Reality towards top middle. Oh, a chance there. Bob was so lucky to get away from that. Ronin now going in towards Boiler. He's got a Mac 10. Oh, Reality's running right down the stairs, but 3 players. Eclipse his crossout. And he cannot do anything. He cannot get a single kill. And so now these D-Eagles looking to do their best. Now it's just a 4 versus 3. A man advantage in play. Shots coming through the smoke, none landing.
I just gotta say that, yeah, they should probably just go for the savior. There's no point really committing to this and losing the weapons you have. Bulbasaur is actually kind of stuck in the corner, so might actually get a couple of kills. Considering how low his players are, just cause a couple of body deep shots should suffice. But I think Niffy's aware. Niffy's aware there might be a trap laid. They're going to come pre-firing on the corner. So aware. Yeah, I just wanted to point out, despite the fact that we're now seeing map number 3, despite the fact that the first 2 maps are so very close, the synergy, for lack of a better word, for ZIGMA just seems superior than that of HUAT ZAI's. Yeah, sure, you see both individuals popping out on both the sides, but just the way, at least if you look at the T side here, ZIGMA's T side, it's nothing too complicated, but when they push together, they have the right angles covered out, they flash in for each other, and for HUAT ZAI, it's more like, all right, I'm going to run in and get 2 kills or 3 kills and win the round for you guys. It's ugly. It's ugly. I think that's what I'm looking for here for HUAT ZAI's T side. And ZIGMA just looked like the better team overall. May not have necessarily the better players individually, but the better team for sure.
Which for me, I always link it to longevity and success in the future, right? Because there's only a limit. There's a limit you can go to by just being good individuals, right? Eventually, you're going to encounter a team that has good individuals and good tactics. You can work on the individual ability to an extent as well, but you can always improve on the teamwork part of your game. So that's why I generally like to go with the teams that are slightly more team-based instead of individual-based. I like to look at those teams a little bit more. I feel like they have more depth.
Also, producer Sebastian coming in clutch and telling us what the logo actually means from ZAI. It means a beckoning cat. Pronounces Maneki Neko, I believe it's how you pronounce it. I hope I haven't butchered that. It's a Japanese figurine actually, Dinko. And it does generate, it does mean good luck, but right now luck is definitely not going the way of ZIGMA, as looks like the cat's working out in the favor of ZAI. The bomb's at least going to get planted, but PP overdose. It's a 1v3. It's converted into a 1v2. Spots out a player, but the timing is atrocious. He's at least going to find some cover for himself, but this is not going to be easy. He needs to land his shots. He's going to find Spiels, and the spray doesn't work out. Splash K. Well, we're talking about good luck, Dinko, and there you have it. A round getting stolen away by ZAI. That was just a light investment. It wasn't even a full force spy commit, and they just win the round.
Well, ZAI taking themselves at first. The reason I thought it was Chinese is because I used to go around London as a kid. I used to go to Chinatown, and they used to be in every single one of the windows. So just assumed that was what it was.
Maybe just an uncultured swine like me, Dinko, and just confusing
maybe.
China
or everybody
Japan.
in Chinatown are on culture as well. Maybe they're not real Chinese people. They just kind of, that looks Asian. Let's put that in the window.
Maybe they're just British.
Yeah, that's probably it. Yeah,
just pretending.
It's like yes, yeah.
I've actually experienced that quite a few times. Just Cause is burning alive. He's got to get out of there, and he kind of will, but he will continue to push on ahead. Finally, a nade to find a kill, and Spiels, bro, you gotta stay alive there, and Bulbasaur just pushing on in. There was no way reality was expecting that, but Rolex finding a kill on the Neff, and you know what? Normal services have resumed, Dinko. It's back to chaos, and I love it. Just corpses littering.
Yes.
Banana. I don't even know how half these people died.
Yeah, I think it's Stunner who has the pinned tweet of Banana being the most dangerous place in the world, and it's certainly true. I mean, we see a lot of corpses decorate Banana's walks and the steps. But early damage being done, yeah, pure chaos coming across the board right now. 45 seconds. Ronin walking down middle. He's got to get behind a couple of these players who have moved forward up into Banana. 3 players just holding down in the site itself. Flashbang at the ready from Rolex. He goes on through, utility being used up, and now they move forward. Rolex going to be the front man. Nifty in front of him as they move forward into Barbecue. It's a good kill from Rolex. A follow-up from PP Overdose. And the kills have come through. Enough for ZIGMA to take control of this B-bomb site and lock Splashkin and Ronin out of it. But they have given them a chance. Now it's just Rolex. A 1 versus 2 stuck at the back of Dark.
It's going to be really hard. Even impossible, if you ask me. They don't have any utility to flush him out, but as long as they just clear out the close angles, they're going to be fine. They know there's no one towards... Oh, no, maybe they're still aware. It's all about Rolex, but he is going to get spotted out. Ronin doesn't give Rolex a chance to react, and that is going to be, well, the second round for ZAI. The first round they won, a little bit of a gift from the gods, but this one, a little bit more convincing. Although it was a very messy start to that round. And winning the round is going to force ZIGMA to just go for a light buy. It was a full purchase from them. And we will be seeing the Tech 9s, the Deagles coming out. And gotta say, man, like ZAI, I'm still not convinced yet. It's just messy individual plays. And if you're going to do that against even just the pistols from the side of ZIGMA, especially on a map like Inferno, where you can get bomb rush, where you can just explode out and catch you off guard, it can get ugly. So I want to see them kind of tighten the ship up a little bit. Try and be a little bit more reasonable with their approach.
Yeah, much more passive coming in here on ZAI. Setting back in the pit immediately. Neff, a little bit of a different angle, bit of an off angle up towards short, but the timing. He gets a right read, information gathered. He tosses the Molotov down and repositions. He re-aggresses into Rolex, but that smoke up has allowed the players to cross in the archway. The information passed on to Splashkey, and he gets himself a 3K. It's just Niffy left alone, and a 1 versus 5 in total for the TIE Deagler. We'll see if he can pull anything off with the Deagle itself. 54 seconds. He peeks down into a CT, and, well, a bullet between the eye is all that he receives. 3-2 on the board. Flat side. A decent start here in Inferno, all things considered, but here comes the purchase up from ZIGMA again. I mean, Flat side, we're pretty happy with the way that things have gone in the last 3 rounds.
Yeah, that was clean. I want to see a little bit more of that from ZAI, but now it's going to be the test. Coming in from ZIGMA. Surprisingly, well, I mean, they haven't had the need to upgrade, but if they do lose a gun here, or if a splash hit dies, I'm assuming the Zoom mag is going to be coming out, and he's been kind of quiet. That's just cause getting tickled a little bit with the flames, but not going to be taking too much damage. He's going to get the hell out of there. A lot of utility being exchanged, and with a heavy presence towards Bananas, in reality still finds Bulbasaur through the smoke. It's a headshot. That's a man taken down. There's 8 bombs at defense. Neff, position given away. If they go for a facet towards A, Dinko, things could get very messy. Splash is still going for this duel. It's a long spray, and it does a lot of damage to Just Cause, but doesn't get the kill, though. Splash get down to 24 HP. It's going to make things quite messy indeed. Neff finds one, but a trade comes in. I don't even think that trade was really... that kill was really worth it, as Ronin at least does reply back. But Rolex his position here, Dinko. This could be big. He finds one. There's still another player in the side. It's Spiels, but he's down to 48 points of health, and 2 members are slowly going to be pushing in here from the side of Just Cause. They don't check, though! They don't check, and it's going to prevent a bomb from getting planted. At least with ZIGMA, they have time to work with, but this is so back and forth. Spiels, he's got everything to do here in the 1v2.
He really does, and well, there's one. Oh, down just one more, and Niffy just walks behind him. He goes for the reload immediately. At that point, he didn't even know that he was coming behind him anyway, but he neutralizes his chances of winning the round. He neutralizes himself, and now it's 3-3. We've got HUAT side. We're finding so much success, but finally, ZIGMA answering back, finally getting another on the board. And we'll see if they can turn this into consistent success. Can they find one after another, or will this be an immediate answer back from HUAT side going into this next round?
I felt like ZAI just committed a little too much to the banana fight. Like, after the initial flurry of utility, they still stuck around, and, you know, unfortunate for Bulbasaur to get caught out, you know, just headshot through the smoke. There's nothing you can do about that. But I feel like after initial posturing, you can fall back a little bit more. I wouldn't say fall all the way back to the B-bomb side, but play a little bit more safe, where a stray bullet might not catch you, and try to bolster that A-bomb side. Because the moment they lost a player, they needed to get a trade desperately, and you could see the plays taking place, you know, just trying so desperately to find a trade, which it did in the end, but still, at what cost? All that valiant effort from Spiels in the end to try and clutch it out doesn't pan out. And I do see the buy for ZAI. Timing is everything, and that's unfortunate. The scout peek. If you're gonna go for the peek like that, Dinko, you need to land a headshot, or yeah, that's it. You're done. You're dead. What?
Whoa. Okay.
Okay. All right.
PP overdose just takes down Splashkey. Another spray away. PP overdose again. Okay. The Deagle out of nowhere delivering death onto 2. This is a big round from PP, and he can be very happy with his performance here. No dysfunction whatsoever.
Was that Neff or Splashkey who died on the balcony at the end there? Because he sees this player jumping across.
Yeah, you don't see anything what's coming your way. It's just boom. Well, Bulbasaur catching reality out as well. Just falling away. They need to keep these rifles into the next. And they're going to head their way back into spawn, carrying the M4s over.
Man, it's been wild, I'll tell you that. That was just a ludicrous round. Just like wrap around, just walk up and just wreck the defense. There was no one towards the library. No one holding towards the long area. No one aware that someone just might walk on up, and this defense, you can already see like so many holes for the side of ZAI. The defaults aren't working out. Even when they aggress, it's just... It doesn't seem to be a real plan behind it. It's more like they're trying to force matters and trying to just like kind of strong arm part of the map away from ZIGMA. Ronin just trying to spot someone out. Instead, barely takes any damage, a little bit in the flames, but that should be fine. The 2 rifles still in play, of course. There's going to be Spiels towards B bomb site, helped out by SplashK, although he just got the USB. And the other rifle in the hands of Bulbasaur. He's going to be heading back towards B. You know what? I'm okay with this. Might as well stack a bomb site with the 2 rifles instead of splitting it up and, you know, kind of trying to make 1 rifle shut down the bomb site. This could actually work here if Bobo sticks around towards B.
Whoop. That was, that's a spray PP overdose we'll want to forget forever. And while Spiels and SplashK finding 2 kills, one of them on a USP. So this has not been the best round, I'll have to say, from ZIGMA. This has been a nightmare for them at the beginning of this one. They will be fleeing the scene with 52 seconds still in play. So ZIGMA certainly still in a position where they can win this round, but they haven't got off to the best of starts at all. Reality is going to be the front man, needing a miracle to try and win this. Perhaps he can walk on water. Turn the round in ZIGMA's favorite. 2 players to the good here. Alright. CT's side as they hold on. Spiel's going to get checked immediately. SplashK, though, from Colfin's able to pick up 1. And he falls away with his life as well. That's the important part. He doesn't stick around to see what they can do and reply. Instead, keeps the advantage instead for his team. And ZAI now a 2-man advantage into the retake. And if he's going to do his best to hold it off, he's got 1. Maybe a second here, but the timing, every time you check to the left side, he peeked from Banana. That's just the worst timing. And now Rolex being spammed through, lots of bullets coming his way. He's dropped down and the round picked up here for the CT side. ZAI will be evening things up with a 4-4 scoreline. It's got ourselves a real back and forth affair here on Inferno Black.
I want to see the POV from SplashK, because PP Overdose saw SplashK towards CT. He like 100% saw him. And yet, he didn't go for the fight just cause swinging so late. That's just a big mistake. That's a big mistake. Now, I don't want to blame PP for that. Maybe the call was that PP, you're going to be facing... Oh, God, I keep saying PP all the time, Dinko. It hurts me, but...
It's okay,
I guess PP's role, PP Overdose's role, was to peer into the B bomb side while Just Cause was to swing out wide. And the information was conveyed. 100%. People's like, there's one in CT. Kill him right now. How is SplashK allowed to stay alive for that long? And also, again, that spray was just one of the ugliest sprays I've seen so far all day. But yeah, just some weird stuff. That dink just did like 1 point of damage. Huh. We talk about like, and it's so gutting for me personally, because I started this map. I'm like, ZIGMA's T side looks so much better. They seem to be having the synergy right, and they seem to be working in tandem as a unit. Dinko. And then we have that round. So what do I know?
I don't think there's anything that's certain in Asian Counter-Strike. The only thing that is certain, of course, is the uncertainty. And well, we'll see what happens here. Ronin down in towards Graveyard. The push comes through the balcony. Multiple players charging now into the crosshair. Ronin looking for a little bit more. Neff and Ronin finding the kills, and that's a big cleanup. Now it's just Rolex left alone until 1 versus 4. And where is he going to go with this? The answer is nowhere. Big round from ZAI. 5-4 on the board. Ronin just gets a 4K and makes it look easy. And now ZAI with the round to the good. They're into the lead.
Yeah, ZAI, they're going to take those. They're going to take those freebies. And for ZIGMA, though, like, I mean, it's still looking pretty decent. Like, a 5-4, anyone's map, anyone's game, if you ask me at the moment. And Neff with the AWP. Let's see what he's got here. I'm actually surprised SplashK is opting not to opt so much. As contact play coming in, SplashK hasn't spotted the second player. Is very, very close, but it's going to be Just Cause just running into the site. There's no one on the site, though. The smoke's going to keep the CTs at bay. In fact, quite a bit of damage being taken as Bulbasaur with a perfectly placed nade. PP Overdose was kind of low as well already, but perfectly placed nade to get the kill. As Fields finds a spray through the smoke. This is just ludicrous as Ronin finds Rollins is shutting it down. Not even able to get the bomb down, Dinko. And things have just gone very, very wrong for ZIGMA. They got the bomb site, and now it's a 2v5. Bomb still down. out in the open,
Oh.
and they don't get a single damn
How?
kill. What was that from HUAT ZAI? What was that?
Even at the end, 3 players line up. 3 players black, and not a single kill for ZIGMA. What is going on? This is starting to crumble for the ZIGMA side, to be honest. This is, I mean, HUAT side, we talk about it. The fact that they don't really have that next level, they don't have that extra facet, the ability to be a tactical team right now. That'll come with time if they decide to put the hard work in. They do have the individual ability, and I think they have the advantage in that stead. So the fact that, yeah, okay, they're going to lose rounds, but they're still consistently coming back and finding the win. But that is nice from Just Cause. Just swinging out into towards middle, getting the opening kill on the Deagle.
That is... Oh, okay. He doesn't get away with more. The Rolex will be found out. And Ronin, okay, picking up the AWP from his fallen teammate. And makes it work. So, looked a little scary. Tad bit scary. And it's still scary, Dinko. That's an empty bomb site.
It is indeed. Another bomb. It's got to come back. It's got to go over towards B. Just Cause trying to buy time, trying to secure the site. He's able to do that. Smoke is down for CT and a couple of taps coming through. The bomb has crossed on over. And if he can get the digits punched in, they can lock this out. And now moving forward, the AK-47 alongside the defuse kit. Looking for the way in, and well, it's a nice kill from Spiels, who gets a second as well. That could have been something for ZIGMA, but in the end, it's still a success on the HUAT side team, who will go to 7 rounds. Big round there from Spiels, getting the 3K, closing out the last 2 in the final few seconds. Ronin as well has been pretty impressive so far, 14 and 6. He's had a couple of big rounds across the board, but for the most part, it's just been a consistent fragger, finding those important kills as time has gone on.
Yeah, it has been a much better performance from HUAT ZAI so far here in the CT side. Again, I like HUAT ZAI CT side. Sure, maybe not what we saw from them on Vertigo, but then again, I mean, it was ZIGMA literally throwing bodies at that A ramp time and time again, so I really can't blame HUAT ZAI for sticking with that same similar setup, but so far it's been looking good. As ZIGMA, after the initial few rounds where they had a little bit of success winning some of these duels towards Banana, they haven't really had much else going their way. Flash up high from Bobo, doesn't catch anyone. Just Cause is there to find both of them. Spiel's not able to trade, and I like this from ZIGMA. Look at that. They're not forcing the matter, Dinko. They're not just running in straight into the B bomb site thinking it's empty. If they'd done so, Splash could have easily caught out a couple of players here, and he's going to get spotted out and caught out anyway, as Ronin does strike back with the bomb spotted out. Ronin, 1, 2, 3, as Neff finds Rolex, and all of a sudden it just turned around on its head. Just Cause left in a 1v2. He's going to pick up the bomb, but now it's his turn to clutch it out.
Just Cause sprinting up through Banana. He's got the bomb on his back as he looks to punch these digits in. He'll sprint around the corner. Landing the bomb down safely. And now they look for it. The 1 versus 2. Just Cause trying to make it work for the team. ZIGMA desperately need some positive things to go their way. They need some good fortune. And Just Cause could be the player that delivers that for the roster. They have not won a single round in quite some time. And now they reapproach from Banana. They are taking their time. They know they have the utility. The Molotov towards the back of the new box, and that pushes him into the open. Ronin just immediately dispatching with him. And that is going to be an 8th round. HUAT ZAI are looking much more poised here on Inferno. That's a brilliant retake. Really taking everything into consideration. Thinking about their approach. And, well, delivers an 8th round. They've already won the half play.
Ronin's impressed me. Ronin's impressed me. He's been fantastic. Like, sure, maybe not really having the breakout performances on Mirage, but my word, he's come into his own, the MVP of Vertigo, and that is a round that ZIGMA had in the bag, man. They had 3 kills. It was a 2v5, and just sprays everyone down towards mid. Great spray control, great timing on the peak. On ZIGMA, they're just going to be kicking themselves after that round.
Oh, good kill from Bobazoa. Loving this aggression in towards Banana. It's worked out so well for HUAT ZAI. They've got 2 kills now. Spiels and Ronin following up. It's all crumbling. Apple crumble, blah. I don't really like apple crumble.
Yeah, neither do I. He just walks in through the smoke. Oh, PP. Just had an overdose of
What?
bullets. And the
What?
timing on that
Neff, what
from
is he
Nifty.
doing though? What is he
Yeah,
doing?
Why would he go for that? And now they have the bomb. There's no need to face.
Yeah, not only is there no need to face that, but he's also walking through a Molotov to face it. There's everything just
No
pointing at him,
way!
not doing it, and he's won the
What?
round. What? How's he done that? How's he pulled that off out of nowhere? That is ridiculous. That is not his round win. That is just the mistakes of HUAT side. They have completely crumbled, fumbled, and destroyed themselves, Splat. That is disgusting.
I mean, disgusting shots from Niffy. Take nothing away. That was just pure filth. The way just tapped away everyone. Why isn't a guy peeking? Why isn't a drain guy not peeking? Just, if you're going to hold that angle, peek together. Oh my lord.
Why is he waiting until after to peek? He's waiting, literally waiting until his teammate dies. And before he decides to peek up from underpass.
Listen, I don't care how big a fan you are of what ZAI. I mean, that was a shit round. I'm just calling it out. Splashkey, if you watch his VOD later on, text me.
Because we need to talk about something.
Yeah, we need to talk about something. That was atrocious. Not as bad as the some of the rounds we saw earlier today.
That Mitch and Tom had the pleasure of witnessing.
Yeah,
but
I'm glad I didn't have that round.
But yeah, that's mind-boggling as to how that even happened. That's one of those rounds where it's just completely... That's one of those rounds where you just don't see it happen in any other part of the world. Well, it happened, and let's move on. Acceptance is all that can come through. 3 versus 4, man advantage in play for HUAT side. And now they start to move forward. ZIGMA carrying the bomb on their back. They've stuck 3 players in towards Banana, and they will be taking their time in their approach. This B bomb site. Now, all is for nothing if ZIGMA go on to lose this round straight after. All of that chance that was built off the back of that huge round is starting to crumble away from them.
Jesus.
Skills taking 1, Rolex getting 1 more. So at least it is still within touching distance for ZIGMA, but they are a man down. They've got good post plans, but the kills come in. Ronin is just so damn good at this video game.
He is, right? Just tapping heads, timing. They know exactly where Rolex is, and Rolex trying to go for the pre-fire tap splash K, holding W and left click and just crab walking forward and taking him down. It's going to be 9-5, but if I'm HUAT, I'm still annoyed at myself. This could have been, what, 10-4? Yeah, it should have been 10-4. Potentially an 11-4 half for HUAT, but now ZIGMA, you know what? They can still get to round number 6. They have money for the buy. And AWP come out to Reality Jesus, who has been kind of quiet so far, though. And Ronin's a 22 kills and 7 deaths, Dingo. It's a 380 R. 14 rounds. That's just ludicrous. I like this kid.
Yeah, he's solid. The hair is interesting as well.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
Well, Reality Jesus down in towards Banana, but Ronin, oh my god, that's
Okay,
a little
no,
bit.
no,
Yeah.
that's
now
not good.
Shut up. It's like, we just hyped you up, Ronin. Why have you gone and done that? First kill was good, but falling back would have been better. Although, that is a world in which we are quite hypocritical, right? Because if he gets that second kill, we go, oh my god, that's incredible. But also, we also have that thing in the back of our head where we understand you shouldn't even be doing that in the first place.
I'm okay with it. Like, generally, like, you would...
He's 23 in it right now, blah, so...
Fair enough. Like, what do we know? I'd like to, like, you know, usually when you hold that angle, you prefer an AWP player because you can always take the one shot and escape instead of, you know, peering out, where you can even get double peek from the sides. So... yeah, he gets a kill. Fair play. But that's when you fall back. You know, you don't overcommit. And you know what? It's fine. It's fine. He's won a few rounds from going for the that 4v2, for example, which never should have happened. Like, that worked out because he went for that swing, right? Sometimes you got to take the risks. Maybe this wasn't a round, but 4v3, make it a 3v3. Justgo's going to get the kill on the Boba, so that's huge entries. And a Reality, he knows where the players. There's no need for him to peek. But he's going to hold the angle. And Splashke, not good enough. As Spiels left alone. And it's going to be a 9-6 scoreline, Dinko. I don't see Mr. Spiels bringing this one because there is a player waiting for him. Just Cause finds to kill. 9-6 for HUAT ZAI. Honestly, that could have been maybe an 11-4 for the Singaporean side. So they're going to be a little annoyed about that. For ZIGMA, though, they're going to be happy because I won't lie. Apart from the first few rounds where they looked good, they looked a little lost later on in this first half.
Yeah, There's a lot going on right now. But coming into the second half, it's important that HUAT ZAI, if they want to continue the lead that they've managed to grab themselves, being 9-6 up, they have got to get this pistol one out of the belt. And something that has been so good, or somebody should I say, that's been so good for them, is Spiel's ability on the pistols. So we'll see if he can keep that up. He has been very impressive. Just goes dancing through the apartments, going for that information. He does spot 1 or 2 coming up through second middle. Spiels, the player I just mentioned, over towards Banana early on in the pistol round. Bulbasaur was backing him up, and Reality Jesus, well, he's sitting back a little bit further.
Ronin leading the charge. It's gonna be the play right before the smoke blooms, and Rolex is blinded, and that's perfect time for Ronin to make his way into the site. He does, at least, you know, the trade does take place, but now Rolex compromised. He needs to get the skill here, and it's gotta be beautiful movement from Bulbasaur, but not able to get the kill. Ronin goes in for the knife! That was so unnecessary, but you know what? I love it, and it follows up with a beautiful tap onto PP Overdose. He's hungry, he's looking for more. Ronin! You sick, sick beast. That was disgusting. $5,800, Dinko, in the kitty. He can drop another AK-47 if he wants to.
He could just start making it rain, really. He's had a incredible performance. I think that's why he's named himself Ronin, baby. I mean, those kind of moments, I think they just live up to the name. He is showing up like an absolute animal in these pistol rounds in this game. He's just diving in with a knife. It's just incredible. This is such a performance from this guy. I'm excited to see him play in this tournament. He's another one of those revelations that we haven't seen so far, and we're finally going to get to see some eyes on some of these young talents.
Oh, absolutely. Like, whoa, that is a brilliant nade. I've never seen that.
Maybe it was an accident, Blah.
Okay.
But imagine.
I've actually never seen a nade. I don't know. Like, that seems so premeditated.
No, definitely. It's definitely premeditated. It's definitely a set nade.
Yeah, let's give them that. Let's give Splash that.
Definitely give him that. And well, smoke goes down. Niffy, he's going to let the players cross on by. Okay, this is sneaky. Now, do they check him? He's just thrown a smoke. Thank you. Thank you for checking him. Now, Just Cause and Rolex in a 2 versus 4. They've got to work their way into this and hope for some heroics, but they're not coming through. It's 11 rounds on the board. HUAT ZAI, they're grabbing this by the things. And, well, 11-6, they're looking to try and close this. If they can keep this up, well, they're definitely looking like the team that are going to get over the line.
Yeah, and considering how belabored the first couple of maps were, this is looking so much better from HUAT ZAI. They seem to have woken up. Yep, a couple of mistakes being made. That 1v4, for example. Yeah, you don't lose, you don't throw those rounds. But apart from that, it's been solid. Ronin has, I know, yes, it's still very early days. Each and every one of these teams are going to be playing 9 best-of-3s. It's a round-robin best-of-3 format stretched over 3 weeks, followed by the playoff weekend. So we're going to see him test it a little bit more as Neff comes running around the corner and is going to find 2 players. That is not where the AK-47 goes in my book, Dinko. That's where you send the 2 MAC-10s. What are you doing? Why are you just walking in dry? You know, it's a eco round. Why are you taking individual duels? Why just running in? Why are you not using utility? What is going on? I praise you. I say something good. They all line up and he just finds 1 kill. And of course they're going to lose this round. There's a splash kill left alone. And it's burning alive.
I love when you just lose your mind live on broadcast. It happens at least once a day when it comes to PAL, but we've got ourselves Splashkey trying to make it work. It just won't happen. And that's what we have here. We have HUAT ZAI, who in 1 round look incredible, and we praise everything that they do. And then in the next round, completely capitulate and run into an eco dry. And yeah, not a good feeling.
Let's break this down, right? The AK-47 player just runs up dry, right? No help from the player coming up mid. And their reaction, they're like, okay, we saw 2 players at apartments that just run and dry, the AK-47 player leading the charge. The spacing was non-existent. There was no one nearby to trade. They have a metric ton of utility. Look, if you're just going to come running into the site, might as well use a flash, because you're not trying to be sneaky. You're not trying to go for a walk-in contact play. It's just these mind-boggling decisions being made, is panic rotations. Why aren't the MAC-10 players running in ahead? I mean, you have the mobility, allows you the freedom to run around, jump around, be kind of a harder target to hit when your opponent just have the deagles or the pistols instead of sending in the 2 AK-47s. I mean, come on, like, think HUAT ZAI for a second. Like, just pause, Take a tactical timeout if you have to. Just calm things down. And don't do this to us.
Ooh, nice kill from Just Cause. Now looking for more, but Ronin pushes down the archway player. Just Cause falls and sprays away. In reality, will be taking himself 2 kills. It's Neff left alone into a 1 versus 4, and right now with the Galil, it's not looking like he's going to be able to do a whole lot, and it's going to be able to get thrown on the board for Sigma. Finally starting to find a little bit of success. Yes, given off the back of a couple of errors from HUAT, I have to say. You know, we have... What springs to mind is 2 rounds that they completely threw away. One where they completely faced a 1 versus a 1 versus 4, yeah. And then we have also just that last round where he's run into a full eco using nothing. So there has been a few moments that have made me sort of just question what the hell is going on.
I'm looking at the Twitch stream because it's a little bit delayed for us. I'm just looking at what they had. They have 5 smokes, Dinko. They had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Molotovs and a lot of flashbangs. At least 6 flashbangs, a couple of nades, 5 mollies, and 5 smokes. And they barely use any single one of them. Why are you buying stuff if you're not going to use it? Like, that's just a waste of utility. Although, Ronin's in a 30 bomb, so 31 kills actually, so... Good job.
Yeah, he's having an absolute standout performance. Definitely going to be getting himself an MVP. Probably if they go on to lose this even. Oh, okay. That's nice. PP overdose, blinded, gets a double. Niffy as well, getting a double kill. And it's kind of what you expect right up against these Glocks with no armor. Should be a 9th round, absolutely no problem. And there it is, 11-9. Sigma right back into things in terms of being able to compete. Because we consider this next round, Blair. When you take a look at the economy for the T side, it's in a pretty weird scenario, right? They're not going to get a full buyout. They're going to get rifles in every player. Bulbasaur can definitely go with the AK. He's got to sacrifice the head armor. Or he can go to the Deagle and get a little bit more utility, because that was certainly something they were lacking, was the utility. So I like him making the sacrifice. He gets the most utility across the board. There's not a whole lot to play with right now for the T side in terms of the utility. And we know how important utility can be on the T side of Inferno. You're going to need a lot of those Molotovs and a lot of smoke usage to try and limit the positions of the CT side and manipulate the map in your favor. And we'll see if ZAI have that up their sleeve with what limited utility they have to work with.
I wonder if Bulbasaur is calling for ZAI, because I know he used to call a couple of times earlier. Oh my lord, they're just pushing in straight to the... That's PP overdose, just mowing them down. Almost gets taken down, finds another kill! Okay, fall back, PP. You've done your job. You've shown who's got the biggest PP of all. 3 kills. Just that's enough. That's enough. And Bobo is going to be left alone. He's at least retrieved himself an AK-47, Dinko, but this is not looking good. He's got the bomb in his back. He's got 54 points of health, and a flashbang is perfectly timed. And I do believe he's been heard out. They know exactly where he is. As long as they don't give him the 1v1s.
Oh, well, Just Cause taking down Bulbasaur, and there is a 10th round for Sigma. Just a reminder, that was a purchase from SWAT side. They brought everything to the table. They brought the rifles. They invested everything they could, and it all crumbled. So we move into this next round, and it's not a whole lot, Blair. It's starting to look a little bit scary for ZAI. Maybe even a flip reverse as to what happened on Inferno. You remember
Where's the
back
flashbang?
when you're in a situation where that's a question you ask a lot, and when it comes to Asian Counter-Strike, I feel like they're so underutilized, and when they do get used, a lot of them are ineffective. I feel like that's just... I feel bad saying that's something that comes with Asian Counter-Strike. I feel like that's just something that comes with underdeveloped Counter-Strike teams and scenes. It's the lack of flashbang utility, and the lack of flashes connected.
You see this a lot. Like, I mean, famously, Smuya's tweet comes to mind.
Exactly, yeah.
Or interview, I forget, where, you know, he's like, oh yeah, they don't flash me at all in ACS, but this is just a little bit more insane. I mean, everything is more insane in Asia. And, well, it's just the kind of a throwaway around here for... Okay, the double peak comes in. Just Cause getting a little too greedy. Gets punished for it. But Rolex and Reality Jesus are here and ready and waiting to ensure that the T's to get up to no more further shenanigans. As Flash is going to be left alone. Retrieved an AK. He finds himself a kill. But there we go. PP. Shuts him down. They've tied things up, Dinko. In this game, like this entire series. keeps giving. It doesn't end. It's just so even both these sides. And the funny thing is, you give a little bit of credit to ZAI saying, "Oh, that was well played round, ZAI, good job," and then they completely crap the bed. And you know what, ZIGMA, yes, they don't seem to have too much of variety. At least we saw on the second map on Vertigo, for example, where they seem to kind of run out of ideas and whatnot. But at least, and a couple of rounds where their teamwork just falls flat. But apart from that, I don't know. They just seem to have the better cohesion. I guess that's the word. They seem to be a little bit more of a cohesive unit.
Yep.
And yes, you might see a few flashbangs being missed here and there, but overall, they seem to be making lesser mistakes than the Singaporean side. And that's the unfortunate truth. I just feel like the ZAI, I mean, they're having these star performances from players like Spiels, like Bulbasaur, and Reality Jesus with a performance of his own. He's going to peek out for more, and he's going to find all three. He's shut it down all by his lonesomeness. Another player right there in top purple motor box. And now Bulbasaur and Splashkid, they've got everything to do. Bobo's going to make his way down. It's a nice little nifty movement from Bobo. He finds two. Is he expecting the third? No, he's not. And just goes there, take him down. Valiant effort from Bulbasaur, but ZIGMA, well, what a round from Reality Jesus.
Yeah, they've grabbed control of this game now, Blood. They're into the lead. And ZIGMA, I feel like this team have been together for far longer. And I think that's exactly why you can see all of the pieces working a little bit better. They're a bit more fluid in terms of the decision-making and the peaking, and they make less mistakes. But again, I think they just have less firepower overall. But obviously, with time, ZAI can work on the team aspects and get things into shape. I feel like the Singaporean teams have generally been impressive to me. I remember watching back at Boot were an impressive enough team. Obviously, never really broke through and were able to beat the top teams in the region, but they always look pretty solid when I seen them in the qualifiers for Asian events and a couple of random Asian Cups that I did. They're always rather impressive in terms of the approach they brought to Counter-Strike.
And you got to understand one thing as well. Like they're one of the teams who, even you go back a few years, they're the one team who. Oh, this has been a clean round from ZAI, by the way. They just basically split open this defense. But yeah, if I'm ZIGMA, I'm just falling back and saving. Look at your money. Yes, you have a bit of cash and 3 to players, quite a bit in fact. But rolls is kind of low. Just save the AKs. You want to have the AKs on the CD side, a one-tap potential. They're the one team who try to approach Counter-Strike from a more Eurocentric way, if that makes sense. And that's something which I always appreciate about Food. It's just that they didn't seem to have the temperament, or rather the nerves to hold on. Because apart from Vici and Tai Lu, and I don't think of any other team who has had as much Asian minor appearances as the Singaporean side. I mean, not this particular team, but obviously, like, I'm talking about, like, the Impressions, who's right now playing in BTRG. You're talking about Splash, Moxie as well, old school player from the region. You have Alex, who's not right now the manager slash coach for Paper X over in Singapore. So the Singapore region have had a lot of opportunities. They've qualified for a lot of tournaments. I do remember they even qualified for one of the DreamHack Masters, if my memory serves me right. They've had a lot of chances. It's just that when it matters the most, they, for lack of a better word, they choke. That's unfortunately what happens, and we're even seeing glimpses of that over here, some individual moments. And how is Just Cause allowed to push down mid? There's no one holding the flank, Dinko, and they're getting shot down, shut down like goldfish in a barrel. But M4 bullets just whizzing past them. I don't see them escaping this. And Moldo's going to coming in, and Ronin, well, he actually finds Reality. That's huge. And Just Cause's position, he's going to get spammed down as he runs out trying to find something, and somehow the goldfish, they strike back, and now it's a 2v2.
Deadly goldfish, who knew? And well, Nef sprinting towards the A bomb site, trying to get there in time. Okay, he gets the bomb down. I thought it was going to be sprayed through the barrels, but the Molotov comes in and burns him away. Ronin, he's still on B. He was trying to get the flank on, I think. Maybe. I'm not too sure exactly what was going on. Maybe expecting the rotation to come back through Banana, but he's still got a chance to win this. And he's taken down Rolex. Just one more, and he pulls it off. The double kill. They all peek into him, and a 4K to save the day for HUAT ZAI. It's 13-12. Ronin just doesn't stop. He's 37-14.
But what was that 1v2 from ZIGMA? They heard him barreling up mid. They knew where he was going to be coming from, and only one player faces. The other one seemed to be looking for the bomb. Or what was that round from ZIGMA? Again, kudos to Ronin. He's 37 kills. Dude's gonna drop a 40 bomb, and ZAI still might lose the map.
Oh my lord, this game. It just might break me. This could be the proverbial final straw, Dinko.
Yeah, this is looking like a scenario in which ZAI should be picking this round up. No problems. Heading to 14, looking for 2 more to take them over the line and win this series, but who knows? Who knows what? Oh my
I
I have returned. Yeah, the pistols are just so good in Asian Counter-Strike, and some of these gun rounds are just not. So, yeah, that's just dreadful from ZAI. They just kind of forgot how to play Counter-Strike in that previous round, it feels like. We see a little peek in the banana from Spiels. He misses completely. I think, yeah, this is disgusting, really.
2 deagles. A
Just
5-7.
walk into the crossfires. What do you think they're going to be doing on a low buy? You think that... Come on. You've got full utility. Why are you not using any of it?
Exhibit number 2 of how, well, at least for this map, of how not to play an anti-eco. We saw it earlier from ZAI, where they just ran in like headless chickens into apartments in B. This is even worse. This wasn't even a force buy. That USPs, man. That freaking USPs.
No idea, Blur. I have no idea.
It's
No
it's
answers
like
to the questions that you ask of me.
It's like a competition of who can punch ZAI in the nether region harder, ZIGMA or ZAI themselves.
Well, that's happened. And we'll move on swiftly. ZAI back down to the lower buy. Then it's going to be Deagles and a scout in the hands of Splashkey. If ZIGMA go on to win this series, ZAI are just going to... Yeah, they're going to hit themselves. They're going to hit themselves so much. They've had so many opportunities to take this over the line now. Or at least get themselves in a position where they should be. The ZIGMA, they have got themselves in a good spot now. Might just be able to recover this. You have to remember back, they probably should have been the team winning this series 2-0. If it wasn't for the big comeback from ZAI over on Vertigo. Ronin with a good kill. PP overdose, falling victim to it. Oh no, Black.
Oh yes. Oh yes. The pistols, they're going to come out on top, Dinko. They have control of the bomb site. Bulbasaur just pushing up ahead, holding a closer angle. But considering how low he is, that one nade from Rolls could find him a Molotov to flush him out as well. They have 2 incendiaries to work with. Flashbang. And Bulbasaur's going to play a little bit more of a passive angle. It's a little bit of an off angle, but Just Cause is going to be more than ready for him. Finds a kill. Now the problem for Neff and Splashkey is the fact that yes, they have the Kevlar, they have the bomb down, but weaponry not the best. Scout shot from Splashkey doesn't find anything. It's all on Neff. Dinko's lining it up. He's lining the bodies up when they try to stick it, and they're going to stick it. He taps away. He finds reality Jesus. Now he needs to find a couple more. He's going to try and realign his crosshair. It's just going to nope out of there. He's not going to attempt it. And they're going to get a defuse.
Okay.
I mean, might as well go for it, right?
I mean, there's nothing to lose there. You've already confirmed the bomb plant. You've already done more than you could have ever asked of you in that round. You're going to be able to buy in the next round regardless. You just got to go for that. You've just got a deagle. Maybe you land some ridiculous shot that gets the player off the defuse. Who knows, right?
No one's going to blame you if you whiff that. Like, it's totally fine. You have $6,600 after that. Why would you hold on? What? Was that Neff?
Yeah. I believe so.
Bro, just think a bit. Come on. Well, fast play coming in towards mid, but Just Cause, well, he's just going to shut them down. And he's looking for more. Almost gets a third, but his teammate's there to trade. And this has all gone wrong, Dinko. ZIGMA now, 2 kills away from getting the map and match point. And you know what, honestly, for ZAI, I don't like saying this. I usually don't say this, but they don't deserve this map.
Yeah, but the way... Well, Ronin deserves it. 38 kills, 17 deaths, but the rest of the team...
I feel terrible. I feel terrible for Ronin. He's been spectacular, but what is the rest of his team doing? You can't rely on a youngest edition, like someone who, I'll be real, I hadn't heard much of him until he joined this ZAI team a couple of months back or a month ago. And he's at 38 kills and you're losing the series? Like, come on, man.
38 kills, man. That is
Regulation.
Quite something. Yeah, that's impressive. Well, We are looking at ZIGMA trying to get this over the line, trying to seal the deal in the series. They had opportunities over on Vertigo. It was looking like they were going to take the series 2-0, but they've now got themselves in a position where they'll be taking this over the line. They haven't beaten HUAT side, this core, these players, in a long time. And it's time to try and change that. Smokes up, players heading in towards middle. HUAT side trying on their last legs to charge their way up mid, but PP overdose. He has found himself bottom banana. He is in the corner. A good position assumed already. The re-smoke coming through and the push through the smoke. A double kill. That might just be enough. That might just be enough, Blair.
Only thing I'm thinking right now is just feeling terrible for Ronan not dropping his 40. That would have been fantastic, but you know...
A win would have been better.
Win would have been better. Yeah, if I'm him, I'd be like, guys, I don't mind bottom fragging as long as we won the map. But this looks like the end here. Splashkin and Bulbasaur left. They're kind of trapped in a very uncomfortable spot. PP's position aware, but he's still gonna win the duel with Bobo with a quick double out of nowhere. But it's got to go for the mythical 1v5 ace clutch to pull this one back, Dinko. And honestly, it looks very unlikely. He's down to 32 points of health. He used up the last bit of utility he has. And all of them are aware where he's going to be coming in from. He's announcing his presence. And the nade, well, through the nade, Rolex just finds him through the smoke. 16-13, ZIGMA. They steal it away from HUAT side, but that was a frustrating game from watching HUAT side play. I'm not saying ZIGMA were stellar either, but my word, you can't make those mistakes, man. And Mitch,